Prime Minister Tony Abbott said this week the government will consider very carefully whatever the Child Sex Abuse Royal Commission recommends about compensating survivors. But aside from financial compensation, the Commission has also identified significant gaps in the provision of psychological care and counselling for abuse survivors. The government says the services needed are in place. But groups working with survivors say much more needs to be done to increase access to help under Medicare. Social Affairs correspondent Norman Hermont reports.
60 years after he was sexually abused at a Catholic college, the legacy remains with Bob O'Toole.
It does hang around. Memories of difficult times will come back to you.
In recent years, he finally started seeing a psychological counsellor as he prepared for his appearance at the Royal Commission.
Going to counselling just keeps me on a level playing field to be able to deal with my own issues.
Bob O'Toole is getting the help he needs. In its recent hearings on a national redress scheme, the Royal Commission said many other abuse survivors aren't. The Commission estimates 65,000 abuse survivors would be eligible for psychological care under a national redress scheme. It estimates the cost of that care would be $358 million. Groups like Adults Surviving Child Abuse want measures, like the 10-session limit for counseling under Medicare, lifted. Up to 5,000 abuse survivors a year call its support line.
And we know from many of those callers that they haven't been able to access or afford counselling.
In its submission to the Royal Commission, the federal government said awareness of current services can be improved, but it said little about expanding access. That concerns Simon Cole, an abuse survivor who's had regular counselling sessions for the last 18 years.
Where do you think you would be now if you hadn't gotten the counselling that you needed?
You know, my life would be very different at the moment. I'd be probably on the margins and struggling a lot more than I am at the moment.
He's now a solicitor representing other abuse survivors. He wouldn't be doing it, he says, without counselling. Norman Hermont, ABC News.